Hi, I'm Caitlin, and it's been a long time since I made a video, but I figured, well, I ain't doing nothing today, so might as well make a video. I'm in the shed, because this is my video making place. It'll do. So, as you know, I do have, like, the weight loss channel, and I recently lost, like, 160 pounds. So, I decided that I'd make today's video based more so off of, like, things I do that I used to do when I was bigger that I do now that I've lost a lot of weight. And so before I get into that, I went and renewed my driver's license for the first time. And the lady goes, "So you're still in the 200 range?" I said, "Well, I only weigh 160 pounds now. So no, not in the 200 range. But thank you for assuming that I am that large." And I did kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because, like, of course, like, I am still a little chubby. I'm 5'2". I grew a whole inch. Woohoo. Um, but I am still in the chubbier range, but not considered like obese. And so when she said that, it kind of like offended me a little bit. Because I'm like, oh, I worked really hard to lose all this weight. Do I still look this way? And that's something that is never gonna go away. Like, you're always gonna feel like, oh, I look this big, or you know, you look in the mirror and you still see yourself as that 260 pounds. But then you look at pictures of yourself and you're like, wow, I really have lost a lot of weight. And I think that that's just kind of something that you're going to have to learn when in your weight loss journey, is that you're always going to feel like you're still that size. Another thing I catch myself doing is I used to pull my pants up over my belly like a lot because the muffin top thing, and I was really self-conscious about it. And so I'd always pull my pants up above my belly button, and now I still do that. And I don't exactly have like the muffin top. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that much anymore, and I still see myself doing it. My fiance is always like, "Why do you wear your pants so high? You're not even that big." And I'm like, "You're just saying that because you love me. That's all." And it's not even really so much that he's saying it because he loves me. It's because when I see myself in pictures and I see that I wear my pants like a normal person versus wearing my pants like Urkel, then like I'm like, oh, I really don't have a muffin top that big. And that's something that once again you're just gonna have to learn to get used to, because I always did that. I always wore my pants up super high because like I had to like, anybody who knows me in school knows that my pants were always falling down because I would always buy pants that were a little bit too small or a little bit too big because I didn't want to buy a bigger size. So I would sit there and like fucking, you'd see my butt crack all the time. And so that's why I started wearing my pants so high, because I'm like, I'm not gonna have everyone see my booty crack. And that's pretty much where it started at. And another thing is you're gonna be self-conscious about the types of food you eat.
Told you
And
it worked.
you're gonna be really self-conscious about the types of foods you try to eat and stuff like that. Like, I've never had a fast food cheeseburger before because of like nicknames that I had as a kid. And I finally had my fast food cheeseburger, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna gain so much weight from this. Or like, if I eat a piece of cake, I'm like, I'm gonna gain so much weight. Oh, calories. It doesn't affect it. I can eat whatever I want, and it doesn't really affect it that badly. Like, well, I'll gain like maybe 2 pounds and then lose it in 2 days. And your metabolism goes up when you lose weight. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand, is that your metabolism will go up a lot when you lose weight. And like, so before I'd eat a piece of cake and I'd gain 5 pounds. And I wouldn't come off. Like, it would be 5 pounds of cake. And now, yesterday, I ate a piece of cake. Did I gain 5 pounds? No, don't seem to. And another thing is, you're gonna convince yourself that you're not, like, how do I put this? That you're lazy. You're gonna convince yourself that you're not active because you weigh too much. That's not true. When you lose weight, you automatically become a little bit more active and you become more energetic. You have a lot more energy, and that's something that a lot of people don't seem to understand. When they lose weight, they think, oh, well, my body hurts or this, that, and everything else. Because I did have a lot of pain in my body when I was bigger because there was a lot of strain on my body that people didn't seem to understand. And so I was like, okay, well, all this strain on my body, that's why it hurts. Well, when you lose weight, you don't exactly have all that, and your mind convinces you, like, oh, like, you're still big. You still have strain on your body, even though it doesn't hurt. It's in your mind that it hurts. My best advice for that is, like, do a placebo effect thing. Like, take some Tic Tacs and pretend they're Tylenol or whatever. I don't know what you do, or if you even believe in the placebo effect. But it will help in the long run because you feel like, oh, well, if I take ibuprofen, I'll be okay. Ibuprofen is bad for you, like, really bad for you. If you take it on an empty stomach, it can give you, like, holes in your stomach and whatever. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation that I'm just not gonna have on this show because I don't want it. Anyways, um, being obese your entire life, you become more aware of, like, things like reading the back of labels, like, today. Like, sometimes you're gonna cheat. Sometimes you are gonna cheat on your diet. Lord knows I have. This morning for breakfast, I had a bowl of potatoes. And they were so good. They are 4 cheese potatoes. And I ate the whole bag. What am I gonna eat for lunch? Probably potatoes. Why? Because I like potatoes. And that's okay. Because we all have our vices. We all have foods that we like that aren't exactly the best foods for you. Like, I like potatoes. And if you want to, you can go ahead and leave a comment below on what type of potatoes you like to eat, or what your cheat food is. Like, some like pizza, some like ramen noodles. I don't know. It's a broad spectrum, you know? Like, for all I know, your cheat food could be mac and cheese. And if you want to eat a whole box of mac and cheese, you can do it. You can eat a whole box of mac and cheese. I'm not judging. We all have our cheat foods. It's cool. But cheat foods is something that I like to kind of address more so as something you keep in moderation. So, like, do I eat a whole bag of potatoes every single day of my life? No. No, I do not. Do I do it maybe once a month? Oh, heck yeah. Eat a whole bag of potatoes? Well, man, I'll throw some chips in there. Yeah, eat some chips. Love Doritos. And, like, that's something that you can do. Like, you got paid, you want to go to Big B, you want to get the large coffee, the most unhealthy kind they got? Do it. You want to go get some Starbucks? Go do it. Or, you want to eat a whole box of your macaroni and cheese? Go do it. When you're losing weight, a lot of people feel like they have to diet and diet and diet and diet. And when I started losing weight, I did develop, like, a bulimic type of attitude. I would eat whatever I wanted and then go throw it up. Don't do that. That's bad. I don't do it anymore. It was a thing of the past. Whatever. It did not affect me or my weight hardly at all. Like, it all comes out one way or the other, and throwing it up just makes it come out faster. So that's kind of where you're like, oh, well, the calories are still in your system. That's one thing people don't understand, is that the calories are still in there. It's going to come out one way or the other. Don't throw it up. And, like, that's kind of where I'm standing with, like, the eating a box of cheese. Do it. And it's not going to hurt you if you do it, like, one time a month. It's really not. What are you going to do? Gain, like, maybe a pound from it that you're going to lose in the next couple of days anyways by literally just sleeping. Like, you burn so many calories while you sleep that half the food you eat during the day, it's gone. I'm not going to sit here and preach about how you should eat healthy, but vegetables are good. I'm telling you, vegetables are good. You have to eat it in moderation though. So, like, my potatoes. If I eat a bag of potatoes or a box of potatoes or whatever, then I want to balance it out. So like if I eat a whole box of potatoes, then the next meal I have will be full of nutrients like vegetables or fruit. Like for lunch I'll have like an apple with cottage cheese or something like that. Um and a lot of people have been trying like the keto diet. The keto diet is really bad for you. It's not good for you at all. And I'm not dissing on it. I would never do it myself. But I do appreciate the low carb value of it. So like if you are trying to do like low carb foods, you can have like for dairy products because dairy is full of carbs. White cheese, like mozzarella. You can get like the Italian shredded cheese blend, feta. They're all low carb. If you have an energy drink craving like I do, get like the low carb white monsters. There's also like the white monsters are my favorite, but there's like the blue kind that are low carb. There's low carb for everything. You just gotta kind of look into it. Try to cut out the bread as much as you can. Like instead of using 2 pieces of bread for your sandwich, use one. Or instead of having 2 pieces of toast, have 1 piece of toast. That type of thing. There's also high carb diets though too, like where all you eat is like baked potatoes, or like not just baked potatoes, but like a potato in general that's not made the way I had mine today. I don't care. You just have to really focus on like what is your obtainable goal. So I like to set goals for myself. So I'll be like, okay, I'll lose 1 pound this week, and then you go and you lose a pound because of your eating habits and just things that you do throughout the day. Um, you want to make sure, like what I used to do when I was bigger is I'd be like, how do I lose 30 pounds in 3 days because I got this thing coming up? You don't lose 30 pounds in 3 days. No, no. Because I know not all of you can afford liposuction. That's not, no, we're not doing that. You need obtainable goals for yourself. So, 3 day goal. You want to lose 1 pound in 3 days? Do it. Or you want to lose 1 pound a week? Those are obtainable goals. Because when you're 260 pounds, you're sitting there, how do I lose 30 pounds in 3 days? And that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I hate to crush your dreams, but it's not going to happen. So that's kind of where I stand with the whole, like, reach goals for yourself and stuff like that. Um, so those are really just things that I did when I was bigger, as far as things. And if you want to add to like things that you've done on your weight loss journey, or like say like something that I didn't cover in this video that you'd like me to cover, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment below and I'll definitely get to it and just kind of see, because when you do a channel like this you kind of want advice, you want tips and stuff like that. So I'm all for like, well, I want you to talk about this, I want you to talk about that. Tell me what I'm talking about so I know what I'm talking about, because I will go off on some random tangent and not even know what I'm talking about myself. So definitely just go ahead and hit the little like button thingy and subscribe. And I will see you next week with another weight loss video thingy or whatever.